We have a very special interview um, with a very, very, very talented girl. All of you are very talented. I've seen a lot of activities and arts and books. Yes, I have seen books coming up. Now you're going to be very inspired by a 10-year-old. Her name is Tanvi. She's going to tell more about what she did, but she has brought together the creative side of her and technology. Okay, so let's listen to Tanvi's story. What Tanvi has done. Okay, Tanvi has created a book. It's called The Jungle of Magic. She's written the story all by herself, and she has done drawings and illustrations in that book. Okay, so it's a huge achievement. When we ask her the questions, she's got it behind her. Can you see? Can Tanvi get her book from behind the shelf? See, Tanvi's got the book from her shelf. Can you flip through the book? Can you show the little the pages and the illustrations that you have done? Yeah, look, these are the drawings and illustrations Tanvi has done. She's written a beautiful book. Now she's going to talk about it after. So it's Tanvi's turn. Okay, so thank you so much, Tanvi, for coming. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. So can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Tanvi and I really like to write short stories, and I really enjoyed writing my book. I like writing poems too, and I love to read. I have read so many books, and my favorite author is Enid Blyton. And yeah, I like to write.
Great. So that's very interesting to know. And where are you from? Which part of the world are you from?
I'm from Tamil Nadu, and India, from Tamil Nadu, Erode.
So how did you get into creative writing? Like, what was the first book or first story you wrote? Do you remember?
Yeah, my teacher in school used to tell we in our chapter we used to write fantasy stories, and my teacher really told that I was good at writing. So I thought I could write a big story, and I wanted to write a book. So I wrote one.
Great, thank you. Wow. So you guys should listen when your teacher says you're good at something. There is some talent there. Okay. Okay. Very nice. And how do you usually write a story, Tanvi? What do you do? Do you use paper, pencil? Do you type it out? What do you do?
I type it in Word document, MS Word, in my laptop.
Okay, very nice. And so when you think of a story and you're going to type it out, so how do you formulate your story? How do you write the outline of your story?
First, I plan what is the genre of my book, and then I think of some characters and their gender and how about their personalities. Then I think what is going to be the storyline of my book, what is going to be the main point, and then I just add some events here and there, and that's how I write my book.
So you do a lot of planning. Very nice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like, oh, I got something. None. It's more of a plan of who the characters are. Whether it's a scary story or where it's going to happen. A lot of thinking Tanvi does.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. And so when you write a story, how do you feel? What are the emotions that you have when you write a story?
I feel like I wish that my characters were really there, and I feel like I'm into the story. I just go with the flow and write what I think is going to be good for upcoming.
So you really enjoy to write. Is that correct?
Yes.
No, nobody from behind you is forcing you. Hey, you didn't write today. Nobody's saying that. It's just coming out of you.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. So because Tanvi has so much of passion, she has so much of love to writing. So she doesn't need mom and dad to say, go write. No, she loves to write. So that's why she's able to bring it out into the world. Okay. So that's what we are learning from Tanvi. Very nice, Tanvi. Thank you. Tell us more. What is your new book about? What is it about?
My book is about 3 kids who go on an adventure. There's a jungle there in their village, and one day when their aunt goes out. They just go into the jungle and they want to explore there, and they find out that there's more behind the jungle than they could see. They find lots of magical people there and magical places. Their main goal is to find a wand. Actually, the forest is a maze, and they need to make the maze back into a forest so that everything can be back to normal. That is the main point of the story.
Very nice. So, yeah, I read a few pages of your book, and I really liked your description of the jungle, the characters, what are the colors of their hair, their eyes, how do they look. So it was so nice. It gave me that, as you described it, I was able to visualize it. So yes, it's a very nicely described book. I've read a few pages. I'm going to continue to read. So it was very interesting, the few pages I read. So who can read? What age group can read your book? Anyone can read your book?
Yeah, anyone from 8, 7 to 12, yeah, like that age group.
Yeah. Okay, very nice. So all our children here can read Tanvi's book. Very nice. And how long did you take to write this book? How long did it take?
Last year, I think I started around April, and I finished this year at May. Everything corrections. I finished it this year.
Okay, Tanvi. So, yeah, so it's a 1 year. Tanvi has been writing a book. This shows the attitude of being very persistent. Hey, during this 1 year journey, anytime you felt, it's too big, too much of a work?
One time I felt and I took a break. Then I started to write again. So
Yeah.
I just stopped writing for like a week or two, and then I continued writing.
Nice. So every day you spent how long to write? Did you spend like that?
Yeah, I spent every day 1 or 2 hours to write.
1 or 2 hours. So beautiful. It shows your persistent, your hard work. But again, because you enjoyed to do it, I assume that's why you were able to sit for 1 or 2 hours to write a story. So at the end of the day, it's the joy of writing that brought you there. Wonderful. So yeah, what is your future? Do you have more books that you're thinking of?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing like 6 books in this series.
Okay, wow. So guys, we have the new J.K. Rowling. Many of you may have read Harry Potter, 11 books and all. So here's one upcoming J.K. Rowling. Very nice. Tanvi. Super. So yeah, where can we go and get your book from? I will be sending the link, but yeah, you can tell us.
Yeah, in Amazon, if you search as the Jungle of Magic, my book will be there, and it's a free in Kindle version, and you can buy it in paperback also.
Okay, thank you. I will share the link. So it's free when you want to just read from a laptop or a computer, a Kindle like that. You can read it for free. But if you want to support Tanvi even more, or if it's possible, you can buy the book, actual book, and then you can flip through the pages and read the book. So that's also one way. So please support Tanvi and read the book and write a review on how it is. It's so interesting, the book. So you will enjoy to have that. See, a lot of claps. All the children here really love you, Tanvi. What do you want to tell all these children? What do you want to tell us? And the children of the world, what do you want to tell us?
If you want to do something, then you should be really sincere about it, and if you should really feel passionate, it should come out of you. Someone shouldn't force you. It should be your own work that you create. It should be from your heart. It should be really sincere work of yours.
Great, thank you so much. So it comes from the heart. This is all, even the adults will need to follow this, that whatever we do, we should do it from our heart. That's the moral of this interview, this story. So thank you so much. I'm going to invite your mom. She's next to you. I'm very curious to know. Hi Kritika, nice.
Hi everyone.
The inspirational mother of Tanvi. I'm so curious to know. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Kritika, friend of Raji. Raji is such a great person, and I always admire her. She wears many hats, and it's really she's a role model, I should say, for many moms, and she's been a great inspiration to me as well.
Thank you. Now you tell about yourself.
Okay, I run a software company. We're all working remotely, so post pandemic, we settled in our hometown, which is E Road. So now we are living not in a busy metro, just in a small city, close to our relatives and everything.
Nice, nice.
So that's
So,
nice, and there are good schools here as well.
great.
I have two children, one 10-year-old, that is Tanvi, and another 4 years old, she's Dakshina.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. Thank you. So yeah, Kritika's got her own software company. So that's another entrepreneur we are seeing in front of us. It's amazing. So thank you. Yeah, so how did you find out Tanvi's got a creativity? What did you do when you saw this in your child?
Actually, whatever she said in the just before some time is new to me. I didn't know that teachers discovered her creativity. How I discovered it was like we used to play travel games, like coming up with poems. I used to struggle, like we used to take rhyming words and form like 2-line poems ending with rhyming words.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Nice, nice,
Tanvi
nice.
can give an example.
Nice. So, wow, it's a very nice. Most of these children are on school holidays. So, guys, we got a very nice game that we can play. Is when we are traveling in the car and stuff, is to make poems with rhyming words. Isn't that a nice game? That's quite interesting to know.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a lovely
She
game.
used to come up with good ones. Then she eventually started. I created a blog for her, a blogspot page where she could write small poems, and she was drawing few things from like kindergarten. I used to scan them all and put that in the blogspot. Later, when she grows up, maybe she'll have a look at it.
Very nice.
So
Wow.
there I started saving all these poems as well. So after that, randomly she said, I'm going to write a book. Okay, so that's great, you should write, is what I said.
Nice.
And then like she said, there were struggles, like she has exams and she gets distracted. She was not doing it that continuously, but she managed to finish it. She took the responsibility and
Great, great, wonderful. One key point is Kritika that she just now mentioned was that when Tanvi said, "Hey, I'm going to write a book, Amma." Kritika didn't say, "Hey, you're a crazy child." She said, "Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay." So that's quite very inspiring to hear that mothers. When our child says something, they're really onto it, mothers. So we have to listen more. So thank you. That was a very nice way of putting it. So what do you want to tell the moms that are listening, the mothers and fathers, the parents that are listening? What do you want to tell them on nurturing your child's creativity? What do you want to say to them, the parents?
I guess you just have to let them be themselves. I am not a reader. I don't read many books. This is quite new to me. I don't know what she's up to. She reads lots of books, but I don't know anything about it. I haven't read any fantasy novel or anything like that. So it is quite new to me. But still, I understood that it's important to her, and I understood that she likes it.
Yeah.
So basically, you should go by whatever your child likes.
Yeah.
And
Great.
unless it is not like on the opposite side of good.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. You understood the importance of your child's passion in the good sense. So great. Thank you so much. You're Tanvi and Kritika. You're inspirational for all of us. I'm so grateful that you guys could come today to meet all these lovely children. So thank you.